Hey everyone, I'm Jessica Bruce with the Bruce and Kelly Real Estate Team. We are here at Ozark International Raceway. We're going to catch up with JR, see how the raceway's coming along. A lot of updates have gone on since we've been here last. And Nick and Tammy are joining us as well with MHQ, fastest closings in town. We're going to talk a little bit about the rates, what the market's doing, all that and more. Let's get to it. All right, and again, we are back with JR here at the Ozarks International Raceway. He's gonna catch us up on what's been happening. So it's been a couple years.
It's been a couple years.
Lots happened.
I think since the last time you've been here, we finished a lot of our buildings. We finished some of our projects. We've probably had 40 or 50 events since then.
Wow, that's awesome.
We've been keeping busy.
What have been a few of your favorite events that you've held so far or up and coming that you're looking forward to?
We've had a lot of events in the past. We've had the Road to Indy Juniors here. We've had USAC Porsche Cup event here. One event that has a lot of events here is the NASA Central Organization. They do crosses with other regions throughout the area. Great Lakes is down here a lot, which brings a lot of people from Chicago, Ohio, Michigan, this way down here to race. NASA had a really big event last July here. In their event, they had 235 cars, which I think is one of the bigger events for NASA Central.
Wow.
And I think we had people from 29 different states that attended the event. You know, it's the hottest track in the country right now.
I love it.
People want to see it.
Yeah, and just here in little Ozark, Missouri. And then how many more events do you have up and coming this year that people could come to?
We have a lot of events coming up. Some of the cooler events that I think are coming up. In July, we have the SCCA Majors event, which is a major race. They have to do so many major races to go on to the championship race.
Okay.
They're also bringing their regional time trials here, where people go out and just basically run against the clock. The weekend after that, we have NASA again, coming back through again. So NASA's going to do a lot of different racing, some time trials, and also NASA allows for people that just everyday people that want to get into racing or get on the track, you can go see them. We have MVP coming the week after NASA. MVP and Chin Track Days and PSI Motorsports, which all does track days here. We get a lot of people that ask us, hey, how do I get on the racetrack? Well, you go to those people. You go to the MVPs, the Chins, and you get on the tracks with them. And that's how you get to, bring your own car out. They bring in coaching and they teach you kind of how to do that and rules of the racetrack and basically just teach you how to drive a car. So that's available. September and October, November are good for us. We have the Enduro Championship Kart Series coming back again. You like go-karts?
Yeah.
Craziest thing I've ever seen.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go watch the video of that.
3.97 miles of race carts flying around on a go-kart track here.
Awesome.
I'm in a track here. That's fun to watch. We have the VSCDA, which is a vintage club. They bring out their old vintage race cars and they race. These guys are serious about what they have, and they love to come out here and they love to race.
So cool.
A lot of these guys come to show cars off and they just want to kind of like show them off. These guys go out there and they push it.
Okay.
So that's a good one to have. And then to finish our year off, we have the NASA Regional Championships here, which is bringing in the NASA Central group, the Great Lakes group, and I've heard rumors that the Florida region is also going to jump on that. So hoping to have a great turnout on that.
You're
we'll see.
Busy.
We're trying.
Holy smokes. Now, have you ever seen the Disney movies Cars,
Yes.
Lightning McQueen?
Yes.
So it reminds me, when you say the old, not the old timers, but the classic, it reminds me of like Lightning McQueen when you have, can't think of what the cars' names were now, but they get out and they're racing, Lightning McQueen with their old classics.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. They bring the old vintage cars, they bring them back to life and they race them. I mean, so many people just park them and look at them.
Yeah.
These guys take them out there and,
they get them
they
going.
race them, wheel to wheel, and they run them, and it's fun to watch.
That's awesome. I'm gonna come to that one. But now, how fast do they go?
Their speeds vary. I mean, you see things anywhere from 80 to 150, 160 miles an hour. So it's interesting to see anything from a Miata to a Formula car out here.
That's so cool. So if somebody wanted to come out and race, they do have to go through one of the, I'm gonna call it a league, one of the leagues that you mentioned. They can't just come out and reserve the track. You don't.
They
like,
can,
not
but it's expensive because you have insurance and all that stuff that has to be
Okay.
involved in that. So I tell people the best way to if you want to get on the racetrack is to look at one of those organizations to do it. And it's CHIM track days, MVP track days, PSI track days. NASA has some time to do it. We are going to have some of our own events here at the track, so they can look at our website and our Facebook page and see when those are going to come available.
Okay.
We do have opportunities that want private coaching. James, my son, the IMSA driver, does some private coaching here, so you can do some one-on-one with a coach and your car and
Okay.
learn how to handle this track and other tracks. So that is available. Anybody interested in that can just contact through the internet and
Okay.
ask
That's
for
cool.
information.
Now, do you do any? I noticed a lot of garages and stuff. So do you store vehicles?
No, presently we do not, but
Okay.
that is in our future. That's one of the things that we're looking to put here on the site
Okay.
is some private garages that you can rent. Right now our garages that are the old turkey barns are our event garages.
Yeah.
So when we have the events, they get to come in and park their cars inside, do their setups and everything inside, and not have to set up their outside
That's cool.
equipment.
The turkeys would be very surprised. They came back.
You know, it's amazing
That's
the
what you
things
did
that
in
you
a
can do in
barn.
an old turkey barn. I
You
mean,
know
we just
shit.
hosted the best magazine dinner in there, and you never thought that you'd have this old turkey barn that you're hosting 450 people
Wow.
to sit down and have dinner inside of it. So
That's
a lot
cool.
of cool things.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So, and if people come to stay, do they bring RVs onto the property, or do they stay in the area? Where are they?
So they're allowed to do both. They're allowed to stay on site. We have 60 RV spots. Camping's available, and camping you camp pretty much anywhere on this 500 acres.
So do you see people everywhere? Little
Yep,
tents up?
you can find your spot, pop up a tent, and you can stay there.
That's awesome.
Locals, we get a lot of Airbnbs and
Okay.
organizations like that try to get rentals there.
Okay.
Hotels, and then people stay all over. If you
Okay.
bring 500, 600, 700 people that are participants, you
Yeah.
got to put them up somewhere.
Yeah, they got to go somewhere. So, all right. Well, thanks for the update. And I've got Nick and Tammy. They're one of my favorite lenders here at the lake, and I'm going to chat with them a little bit on the market and what's been happening in their world with interest rates and for our buyers. And then, would you maybe take us for a little spin out on the track after
That's
that?
great. When you get done, we'll load them all up and
Yes.
we'll give them a ride.
Okay. I won't tell them what's coming. All right, and we have Nick and Tammy back this quarter. So catch us up, what's been happening. I know last time we talked, the thought was interest rates would drop. Where are we at now? What are you guys seeing?
The Fed looks like they're done. We are on the top of the cycle and heading down.
Well, thank goodness, because I don't know if I could take any more rate hikes. I don't know how you guys feel.
Oh, yes.
How do you guys feel the last 6 months, maybe from fall until now, have been in your world, in the lending world?
It has changed dramatically. It was definitely slow in the winter months, for sure.
It was, same on ours. I looked
Definitely.
back and yeah, we were about 35, anywhere, the highest was we were 35% down in volume. We were definitely down in like number of units sold. Price per square though has still stayed up. And then so you guys felt the same as well?
Yeah, there's just
definitely.
rates fourth quarter were, they peaked in October, and that's when everything slowed down. Prices are going up. I mean, again, there's no inventory. Inventory is not going to increase because the average person who's got a loan in the last 18 months, comes up to about $725 more a month for a $300,000 loan.
Yeah.
So nobody's upgrading.
Are you still doing and are you still utilizing some of the programs you talked about, like the 2-1 buy down? Are buyers still
The
using
buy down
those?
is very popular.
Okay.
Very popular because the buyers can save money for the first 2 years of their payment versus lowering the sales price. Doesn't make sense for them to lower the sales price. Doing the buy down is makes much more sense. Once we show them the numbers,
Okay.
it makes a lot more sense to go that route.
And are you seeing buyers, which direction are they going? Are they choosing just to get that high rate and then maybe
Well,
refi?
they're
here
coming
and
to the
move on down?
reality that, rates are going to come down. So
Yeah.
they're buying now.
Okay.
Just, I say suck it up, but they're understanding the next, 6 to 12 months payment's going to be a little bit higher, and
Yeah.
then they can follow the interest rate cycle back down.
We're still seeing multiple offers.
Yeah.
And multiple offers, especially on properties, waterfront homes mainly, sometimes condos, not as much offshore, but so if you guys think that, prices are going to come down, that this big recession is going to hit, what are your opinions on that? I know a lot of people,
They're
get that a
not going
lot.
to. I mean,
I didn't think so.
And again, not to, there's a big election coming up 2024. There's called foreclosure prevention. I mean, lenders, you just can't take somebody's property even if you're 9 days late. You got to put them in forbearance. So I mean, there's 18 months you can go without making a payment if you lose your job. So there's not going to be a, never say never, but they
Mass
have.
recession like we saw in 2008.
Right, they've learned, you know, like in COVID, there was 45 million people that had their homes in forbearance. We didn't have we had no foreclosures. So that'll happen again, you know, if the unemployment rate goes up where they want it.
So the media likes to plug too banks. Banks are going to go belly up, like a few of them have done. What's your take on that? What's your opinion there?
Well, I mean, some banks stopped being banks. They turned into investment banks, and they were investing in high-risk bonds, trying to make money. You know, you're going to see the in-house loans tightening up as far as that goes. The government's already came out and basically guaranteed people's money.
Yeah.
You know, there was a little bit of a run for the money, as they call it, but you know, Treasury said that they're going to back people's even business deposits. So you know, your money's safe.
Okay, that makes
As they
sense.
say it. We just may see tightening on lending standards.
Lending standards.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we've seen in the last, gosh, not 10 years, 15 now. Since 2008, you know, in the last 15 years, lending restrictions, lending has tightened, correct?
Oh yeah, right. And that's kind of why we're just not going to see a foreclosure epidemic, because people got equity in their homes, and
There's a lot
lending
more caution.
standards. Yeah, there are, you know, you have to have a job and you know, stuff like that.
You verify?
Yeah.
You verify employment, yes.
right.
Actually, not going to tell you they're working.
Didn't have
They
that.
actually do work.
Yeah.
But again, inventory is going to stay until the rates really drop. I mean, inventory is going to be low. Values aren't going to come down.
Yeah, it's incredibly low.
You got to have supply. Economics 101, supply and demand.
Yep.
I mean, you can see on the multi listings right now, there's almost a third more homes getting under contract and pending than there are
Correct.
new listings.
Yeah. Every day, whether it's 1 day, 3 day, or 7 day look, yeah, the number, for you guys out there, the number of homes that list compared to the number that are going to contingent and pending, it's still like this. So we're listing here, and this many are contingent or going contingent under contract pending.
It's been since
It is not
since
moving.
February.
We're still at historic lows on inventory. We're still at running numbers about half the inventory that we had in 2018 and 2019. So those are really, in my opinion, the last 2 years that you could compare a normal market to. So it's not gotten any better. And so what about you guys? Same, you know, I can look back on 18 and 19. I like to compare numbers with that versus our numbers this year versus the last 2 years. Does that make sense? So what do you see as far as that? Like 18 and 19 to where we are now in real estate, we're still vastly
our
up.
purchase market.
Market's been consistent.
We're growing.
Yeah.
I mean, last 2 months have been, honestly, for purchase has been pretty much a record month for us. Mm-hmm. You know, just no refis, but the purchases are still, people are buying. It's just, again, right now there's the same house, people looking at just the inventory.
Yep.
And until you get a lot of inventory, you know, that's going to keep those numbers down. That's the unfortunate thing.
Well, thank you guys. I think up next, JR is going to give us a little ride around the track. I don't know if
Sounds
you're
exciting.
excited.
I am excited.
I've done it before. It's just make sure you pottied first.
Hold on tight.
Very tight. And put your seatbelt on. So, and if anyone wants to get a hold of you, how would they call?
Give us a call at 573-302-9990.
Thanks.
Let's go.
Let's go. Awesome. Thanks, Jess.
Oh my gosh! All right, thank you so much.
you.
So we had
Thanks
a
for
great
coming.
time, yeah. And as always, fun trip around the track. I only beat my face a little bit. So Again, like to thank JR and everyone here at Ozark International Raceway. Thanks for tuning in to this month's edition of the Monthly Market Update, brought to you by MHQ, fastest closings in town. As always, I'm Jessica Bruce, the Bruce and Kelly Real Estate Team here at Lake of the Ozarks. If you're looking to buy or sell, give us a call.